Have you ever met an 80-year-old who seems sharper, quicker, and more engaged than someone half their age? They remember names, details, and stories with ease, while others struggle to recall simple things like where they left their glasses. What makes the difference? Is it just good genetics, or is there something more? The truth is, while aging does bring changes, cognitive decline is not an unavoidable fate. Some people stay mentally sharp well into their 80s and beyond, while others start experiencing brain fog and forgetfulness much earlier. The reason isn't as complicated as you might think. In this video, we're uncovering the simple yet powerful factors that determine whether your mind stays strong for decades or slowly starts to fade. By the end, you'll know exactly what you can do to protect and even improve your brain function, no matter your age. As we grow older, many people assume that cognitive decline is just a natural part of aging, something that happens no matter what we do. But that's not entirely true. While some changes in memory and processing speed can occur, the brain is far more adaptable than most people realize. It has an incredible ability called neuroplasticity, which means it can form new connections, grow stronger, and even rewire itself at any age. The key difference between those who stay sharp and those who struggle isn't simply luck. It's how they treat their brain over the years. Scientists from Harvard and other leading research institutions have found that cognitive decline is often linked to lifestyle choices rather than just age alone. Imagine your brain like a well-maintained road. If you keep it clear, smooth, and regularly repaired, you can travel on it easily for years. But if you let it crack, erode, and go without maintenance, it becomes difficult to navigate. The same thing happens with your mind. A well-nourished, active brain can stay sharp, while a neglected one can start showing signs of decline much earlier than necessary. And here's the good news. Just like a road can be repaired, your brain can be strengthened no matter where you are in life. But that depends on the choices you make every single day. Unfortunately, many people unknowingly make choices that speed up cognitive decline without realizing the damage they're doing. One of the biggest culprits is a sedentary lifestyle. The brain depends on movement to function at its best, and when we stop being physically active, blood flow to the brain slows down. This means less oxygen and fewer nutrients reach the brain cells, making it harder to think clearly and retain information. Then there's diet. Processed foods high in sugar, unhealthy fats, and artificial additives create inflammation in the body. And that inflammation doesn't just affect your joints or your heart. It directly impacts the brain, leading to memory problems and increasing the risk of cognitive diseases like Alzheimer's. Another major issue is a lack of mental stimulation. The brain is just like a muscle. If you don't challenge it, it weakens. Many people stop learning new things, avoid mentally engaging activities, and fall into repetitive routines that don't push their brains to grow. This makes it easier for cognitive decline to take hold. But there's another hidden danger that most people overlook: social isolation. Loneliness doesn't just make people feel sad, it actually damages brain health. Studies show that people who are socially disconnected are at a much higher risk for cognitive decline because the brain thrives on meaningful interactions. Conversations, deep discussions, and even casual chats help keep the mind engaged and sharp. And finally, two of the most underestimated threats to brain health are chronic stress and poor sleep. When stress becomes a daily part of life, the body releases high levels of cortisol, a hormone that over time damages brain cells and weakens memory. Poor sleep makes things even worse by preventing the brain from repairing itself and clearing out toxins that build up throughout the day. Without proper rest, the mind struggles to function, leading to forgetfulness, brain fog, and difficulty focusing. But here's the good news. These harmful patterns don't have to continue. They can be reversed, and the solution is much simpler than most people think. The secret to staying sharp well into your 80s isn't complicated. It all comes down to a few simple habits that protect and strengthen the brain over time. The first and most powerful habit is movement. Regular exercise, even something as simple as a daily walk, boosts circulation, delivers oxygen to the brain, and encourages the release of chemicals that support memory and learning. Studies have shown that people who stay active have a significantly lower risk of developing cognitive decline. Exercise isn't just about staying fit, it's about keeping the brain young. The second habit is a brain-boosting diet. What you eat has a direct impact on how well your brain functions. Leafy greens, berries, fatty fish, nuts, and whole grains provide essential nutrients that fuel brain activity and protect against memory loss. On the other hand, diets high in processed foods, sugar, and unhealthy fats have been linked to faster brain aging and an increased risk of dementia. The key is to nourish your brain the same way you would take care of your body. Another essential habit is mental stimulation. The brain craves challenges, and people who engage in mentally stimulating activities like reading, solving puzzles, or learning new skills are constantly building new neural connections. This helps keep the mind agile and prevents cognitive decline. Just like the body, the brain needs exercise to stay strong, and the more you push it, the sharper it remains. Social engagement is another powerful, yet often overlooked factor. Staying connected with others, whether through conversations, friendships, or participating in social activities, has been proven to slow cognitive decline and even reduce the risk of dementia. The brain thrives on meaningful interactions, and those who maintain strong social ties often stay mentally sharper for longer. And finally, sleep and stress management play a crucial role. Sleep isn't just about rest. It's when the brain repairs itself, processes information, and clears out toxins. Poor sleep can lead to memory problems, while chronic stress floods the brain with harmful chemicals that weaken cognitive function. Simple relaxation techniques like meditation, deep breathing, or even taking time to unwind can make a huge difference in maintaining brain health. These habits aren't complicated, but they are incredibly powerful. When practiced consistently, they create a strong foundation for a sharp, healthy mind that lasts a lifetime. To see just how powerful these habits are, let's look at a real-life example. Meet Richard, an 82-year-old retired schoolteacher who still has the sharpness and energy of someone decades younger. While many of his peers struggle with forgetfulness, brain fog, and a lack of focus, Richard continues to engage in deep conversations, remember details effortlessly, and approach life with a sense of curiosity. But this isn't because of luck. It's because of the choices he made throughout his life. Every morning, Richard starts his day with a brisk walk, getting his blood flowing and clearing his mind. Instead of spending hours watching television, he prefers to read, solve crossword puzzles, and challenge himself with new skills. In his late 70s, he even took up learning the piano, something he had never tried before. At first, it was difficult. His fingers weren't as nimble, and reading sheet music felt foreign. But instead of giving up, he saw it as an opportunity to strengthen his brain. Within months, he noticed a difference. His memory improved, his focus sharpened, and he even started feeling more energized throughout the day. Richard also pays close attention to his diet. He avoids processed foods and instead fills his plate with colorful vegetables, healthy fats, and nutrient-rich meals that fuel his brain. He makes sure to stay socially connected, meeting friends regularly, and staying involved in his community. And perhaps most importantly, he prioritizes good sleep and stress management, ensuring his brain gets the rest and recovery it needs. Richard's story is proof that aging doesn't have to mean cognitive decline. The brain, just like the body, thrives when given the right care. And the best part? It's never too late to start. Whether you're in your 30s, 50s, or even beyond, these habits can make a difference in how sharp your mind stays for years to come. The truth is, your brain's future is in your hands. Staying sharp at 80 or at any age isn't about luck, genetics, or expensive treatments. It's about the small daily choices you make that either strengthen your brain or slowly weaken it. The difference between those who stay mentally sharp and those who struggle comes down to movement, nutrition, mental stimulation, social engagement, and quality rest. These habits aren't complicated, and you don't have to make drastic changes overnight. Even small adjustments like taking a short walk each day, adding more brain-boosting foods to your diet, or spending time with friends can have a huge impact over time. So now ask yourself, what's one habit you can start today? Maybe it's reading a book instead of scrolling through your phone. Maybe it's going for a short walk instead of sitting for hours. Maybe it's calling an old friend and having a meaningful conversation. Every small step you take adds up to a sharper, healthier mind in the future. Let me know in the comments which habit you're going to focus on first. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss future insights on living a healthier, sharper life. Your support helps us continue bringing you content that informs and inspires. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.